Varanasi, the holiest land in all of India and the mecca of many seeking enlightenment and spirituality. This half-mythical city lies woven in a fine tapestry of legend and folklore that offers an exotic retreat for those seeking to get in touch with their inner beings. But in the midst of all this spirituality and history, there's also a luxury for those who can discern. After all, this is India, luxury India, where even the gods will show you how you can pamper both your body and soul. Varanasi is also known as the City of Light or Kashi. This is the capital of Hinduism all over the world. Besides being home to the holy Ganges, it is also home to some of the oldest temples here in India. It is believed that if you're cremated here or have your ashes scattered over this holy river, you can then attain moksha or release from all pain and suffering. But I reckon we don't have to go that far to have some soulful indulgence in this ancient city. Some of the strongest features of Varanasi are the ghats or embankments along the river Ganges. Pilgrims from all over India come here to participate in the holy rituals of this great river, while many more from the rest of the world come here to observe their religious practices. As one can imagine, things can get very packed in the midst of all this fervor. The first order of things to succeed in any enlightenment when it comes to luxury in this brimming city is to find the perfect place from which to meditate on the finer things the city has to offer. And while others flock to the river Ganges, I find my way to another place. Thank you. Varanasi, being one of the oldest cities in the world, is steeped in history and culture. The Ramada Plaza, however, pleasantly surprises you with its ultra-modern and sophisticated appeal. Thank you so much.
Good morning, ma'am.
Hi, good morning.
Welcome to the Ramada Plaza.
Thank you so much. I'd like to see more of the hotel.
Please.
Ask anybody for a luxurious place to stay and you would probably get a unanimous answer. The Ramada Plaza. Oh, nice. I love the space. I love the color scheme. It's very neutral, very brown, a lot of wood and actually cream colors and stuff. It's very soft. Wow, you actually get a phenomenal view of the river Varuna, which is part of the Ganges.
Please, I can show you your bedroom.
Well, we've seen the rooms and they are super luxurious, but what is more impressive is the decor of the lobby, which is very contemporary in design. Almost makes you feel that you've stepped out of the ancient city of Varanasi and into a brave new modern world. Can't wait to dig in. For more in-depth spirituality, however, I traveled 4 kilometers outside the main city of Varanasi to a place venerated as a cornerstone of Buddhist history. This is Sarnath. It marks the place where many people believe Buddha delivered his sermon of peace. For the devoted, this is definitely a place to find inner serenity. For those who are looking for a getaway, however, Sarnath is a beautiful place that has many monasteries and votive stupas. Legend has it that Buddha first sat under a Bodhi tree here to preach his universal message of peace. For those with a penchant for history, there is also the Archaeological Museum of Sarnath, which has a rich collection of artifacts that marks the artistic and religious fervour of Sarnath over 1,000 years. It is under this Bodhi tree that Buddha delivered his sermon of peace to his 5 disciples. As you can see, Buddhists from all over the world travelled this far to offer their prayers under this tree. This place was opened in 1999 by His Holiness the Dalai Lama with a message to promote peace and harmony in line with Buddhism. Now here is something that you would least expect to see when you come to Varanasi, a fine example of Japanese architecture right in the middle of the city. What I'm experiencing right now is just a sense of calm that's emanating from the center of my being. It's really hard to explain, but it's just such a great feeling to have. Located along a bend of the great Ganges River, Varanasi is one of the oldest of all Indian cities. Its legends extend to the beginning of time, and it is believed that even the great Hindu god Shiva once made his residence in this city. But beyond the spiritual nature of the city, it also offers a colourful insight into customs and rituals practiced along the banks of the river that embraces the city. No journey to the city is complete without indulging in the myths that surround this river. Speaking of lore and legend, the main icon of this city meanders through much of northern India and is known affectionately as Mother Ganges. It is also believed that bathing in its cool waters washes away your sins and offers you salvation. But beyond the religious overtones colouring this impressive river, I decide to take a boat ride along its course to appreciate it. A beautiful place from which to catch the sun setting fire to the city of light. At the heart of Varanasi lies a part of town known as the Old City or Vishwanatha Khanda. Here is where time stands still for many of the city's inhabitants, as the monuments from different eras of yesteryear stand side by side, regardless of faiths. For the adventurous of heart, this labyrinth of alleyways and stalls selling offerings provide a colourful reprieve from the modern world. For centuries, pilgrims have travelled far to come see Varanasi. With them came traders and craftsmen who have settled here. Today, the city is renowned for its silk weavers who prepare the finest types of woven silk fabrics. If you come to Varanasi, you cannot leave without purchasing some of their stunning silk sarees. And I'm about to find out why their sarees are so stunning.
You can think like this. These are called a speciality of Varanasi quality. Now these are the items which is made by very simple yarn. You can see the border which has the contrast pattern and the designing which is made by the computer embroidery, which is the most famous embroidery at the moment in Varanasi. So these types of material was famous in all over the world.
I see.
And I can see you one more material. This is called chiffon, which is made in Varanasi also. And you can see handloom product. These all things are made with hand. You can see the finishing.
Oh, this is lovely. Look at the contrast. It's bright yellow and yellow, orange and red. It's really quite nice.
Now look at the weight of the sari. This is 6.5 meter, but look at the weight.
Very light.
Yeah.
Very light actually.
This is why the famous. Now I will show you how to work. It's a very simple way to work.
Okay.
You just have to make some plates like this. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
You have to put very simple over here inside. Like
She's actually teaching me how to wear it.
no. I'm just saying that. Now you are very jolly. You can find out like this. Now you can see. If you want to put in pallu like this, the women are all in India. Because most
Cover it like that.
pallu,
Yes.
Now these are the designing, which is now you can see.
Okay.
Okay.
Bill, please. Thank you so much. This is the money for that one. Thank you. Well, I got a great deal on this sari, but I don't think I'm quite done with the shopping here yet. In a few seconds, I'm going to be stepping into Varanasi's busiest shopping district, Temple Bazaar. Again, lots of nice sarees here. I'm going to try this, my little snack.
But silk and myths are not the only hallmarks of Varanasi. In fact, the city is also the center of learning. Many travelers around the world come to the city not just for religious learning, but also to learn yoga from many of the city's yogis. In fact, if you have the means to, you can even engage your very own personal trainer to give you some pointers. Now this is what indulgence is all about in Varanasi. It is not so much about feasting or opulence, but instead it's about pampering your soul and fine body care. And today with me is Sri Sanjay Das, who does yoga with a twist. Is actually with music because it is said that Indian classical music invokes certain frequencies that speak to us inside. Can you tell me the history behind this kind of yoga? Because it's not something new and it's been done during the times of our gods.
म्यूज़िक हिस्ट्री ऑफ म्यूज़िक में पहला पार्ट पढ़ाया जाता है कि सबसे पहला जो संगीत का उत्पन्न हुआ है शिव जी से। शिव जी ने स्वयं उन्हें जो है कहा जाता है नटराज, बहुत अच्छा नर्तक भी हैं, डांसर, और उनका तालबद्ध भी है, और उन्हें जो है योगी भी कहा जाता है कि महान योगी।
Tell me about the 7 chakras in the human body in relation to music.
Like this, and sa re ga ma pa dha ni dha pa ma, ascent and descent, spiritual power.
As you can see, this is a very unique approach to yoga, combining Indian classical music with asanas. You don't need to be an acrobat to master the art of yoga. And I think I need some time alone to get in touch with my inner self. Varanasi is a city of legends as well as a center for learning. It's a culturally rich city that bears testimony to the grandeur and depth of the Indian culture. And just as its culture pervades the stone that bear the city, it also possesses a royal dignity that almost removes itself from the mortal realm of affairs. Varanasi has long been famous for its music, and it even has its own form of dance. Its mystical inhabitant, the Hindu god Shiva, has always been seen as a patron of arts and music, and subsequent human rulers of Varanasi across its diverse dynasties have also encouraged the development of Indian musical arts. It's no wonder that the city has spawned many musical giants such as Ravi Shankar and Bismillah Khan, among many others. But why delve into history when one can simply tune oneself into the musical culture of Varanasi by simply taking private music lessons?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Now together. Na na te te tun tun te te.
How many years does it take for me to be able to play like this?
More than 10 years.
More than 10 years. Well, I've got 10 minutes headway, so I've got about 9 years and 50 minutes to go.
You know what you learn in 10 minutes? That is very good.
Tell me about your students. You've got lots of students who are foreigners.
Yeah, I have students nowadays in all over the world. Even Africa, I have some students. They are coming always and they study from me because I think they like the sound. What sound you have? You have like a djembe, drum set, and some different kinds. That is the reason tabla attract them. They bring them to my place. Please teach me. Tik tina tina tagena tik tina tik tina tagena tik tina tik tina tik tina tik tina tik tina tina tagena tik tina.
But tell me about the other instruments that are very popular here, apart from the tabla.
Vocal, singing, sitar, Mohan Veena, what you see from Sanjay Vermaji, and Drupad. Now there is one festival, Shivratri festival. They have Drupad Mahotsav for 3 nights. If you are here, please go there and record. You can see the music also there.
All the festivals here, is it all celebrated with musical instruments, a lot of music? Is that how it is preserved here in Varanasi?
Of course.
So all festivals have music and
Music.
have traditional music.
Yeah. Without music, you can't stay in this world. You need music. Music and food. That is the most important.
I have to agree, that is a fantastic way of living life. Music and good food.
Of course. You have already some food here.
Yes.
You know this.
We have coming up right after this is a concert. Stay tuned for that. Well, the next step to any budding musician is to get his or her own music instrument, and right here I have Manish who's going to help me pick out my own instrument, and we are here at UP Cottage Emporium. Okay, tell me, what is the most popular instrument here?
Most popular is tabla.
Tabla. Followed by?
Shahnai is also okay, but Shahnai very few people they are playing.
So what makes this different from all the other tablas right here?
This two tabla is different. This is from different maker and this is from different maker.
I see.
And basically all the instruments depend on maker. So this is the best quality one and that is the normal one.
And what is this instrument right here? Because it's not the sitar, it's only got 4 strings.
This is tanpura. And it's for ladies purpose.
I
Ladies
see.
tanpura.
Only ladies can play this?
Gents can play also, but the size is for ladies.
Okay, where's the gent size?
Gents size, this one is gent size.
Okay, this is gent size. Wow, I can actually see the difference between the gents and the ladies one. It's really much bigger, this one. Okay, and this is made by a special person?
A special person from Pune. His name is Miraj.
Tell me about your customers here. Do you have lots of foreigners or do you have lots of locals coming here to buy?
We have lots of foreigners and they are coming to buy, and also we are exporting to them because the instrument usually no people can carry. Whenever they want, they always want to send it.
I see.
So we have a lot of customers from out of India.
I see. From where specifically?
Basically from Europe and US. And we have shop also in France, in Lyon. And this is one of the best shop in all Europe because owner can play any instrument, they can tune any instrument, they can repair any instrument.
Beyond learning and shopping, Varanasi still stands as one of the cultural centers of India, where the musical arts of the centuries stay interwoven with the fabric of the city. Real luxury here also means indulging in these very disciplines that color Varanasi's visage. I'm here at Nagari Natak Mandali,
a major concert hall here in Varanasi where the affluent can partake in India's tradition of musical and theatrical performances. Now, I don't think there's a better way than to pamper your soul with some fine music and a gripping theatre performance.
Varanasi is a city for which it seems that time has stood still for. The very air of the city breathes a mysticism that cannot be forgotten. Within its legends too lie interlaced a rich tradition of learning and aesthetics, like an embroidery handcrafted from the finest of stitches. This is definitely not a city of opulent resorts and fine dining. But for those who seek a more profound luxury that speaks to the spirit, then Varanasi is the honey jar of Amrita for the wandering soul. And this is the indulgence of Varanasi. One which goes beyond the mere sense of sight or taste, but one which borders on the sublime.